Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome to A&P Adventures. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Patrick.
And we're so happy you're with us for the next installation of
Subway Sundays!
Today we're showing off Lexington Avenue and 63rd Street. It's the F and the Q line. And the artwork here is pretty cool. You have to enter in a different area than the main location of this train. You have to enter at 3rd Avenue and 63rd Street to see the artwork.
That's right. If you're not familiar with our Subway Sunday series, check out, every Sunday we'll put up a new tour of a different subway station with terrific artwork. There's fantastic artwork all over the city. The subways are decked out.
Should we show it off?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. All right, so we are on the Upper East Side right now. Again, we're at 63rd Street in Lexington. Specifically, that's the station. Specifically, we are at 63rd and 3rd Avenue. And the work that we're seeing here is called Elevated, and it's by artist Jean Shin. And it takes inspiration from what was simultaneously lost and gained by the momentous dismantling of the 2nd Avenue L train in the 1940s. And then it connects it to the present day milestone, which is the construction of the 2nd Avenue subway line in the exact same site. And that subway line was completed at the tail end of 2016 and officially opened in 2017.
And of course, we're talking about the L meaning elevated trains.
Yeah. The Elevated, the name of this art piece here at this station, it takes photographs, archival photographs, and reimagines them in a contemporary context with dynamic materials of ceramic and mosaic and glass. And Shin found all the old photographs in the Transit Museum and the New York Historical Society archives. So the idea is that while present-day commuters descend underground, just as we are right now in this new subway station, this artwork will transport them with images that captures the memory of riding the old elevated train. So say goodbye to the old elevated train as we make our way down here. When Jean Shin was selected by the MTA, the Metropolitan Transit Authority, to create the artwork for the 63rd Street station, she found herself inspired by the drawn-out history line. You know, she said, quote, "It was a subway that was promised to New York City over 100 years ago, and it just never arrived," Shin said. She went on to say, "I feel like it's a beautiful story of what people dream of, and of course, infrastructural failure until generations later we get the new subway." Now, she worked on this piece for about 7 years total, using a mix of ceramic tile, glass mosaic, and laminated glass. Now, the mosaic work itself, she did not do. That was done by different mosaic teams, Frank Giorgini of New York, Miauto Studios, and Tom Potty Design. She recomposed these archival black and white photographs from the 1940s, which documented that dismantling of the elevated trains on the 2nd Avenue line that you saw as we made our way down. And she kind of reimagines the people that would have walked in and among them. She said, "I could just imagine a New Yorker saying, 'Oh my God, they're taking away the elevated. Now we're going to definitely get the 2nd Avenue,'" Shin said, but then it never happened. And I wanted to see these New Yorkers being honored. They never got to see the subway, and now they're in it. So the idea is that these are the folks who were hoping for that subway train and never really got it. So by law, the MTA must spend 1% of a renovation or new construction project's budget on art. So in this case, the construction costs about $4.5 billion, which calculates to about $10.5 million for each of the 4 subway stations that came along this new subway line that opened in January of 2017. And it really kind of brings to mind those early ambitions of the subway. When the subway first opened in 1904, we saw it with beautiful mosaics, ceramic, skylights, chandeliers. I mean, it was a wonder to ride on the subway.
I guess because of these mosaics, now these people from way back then, they do get to sort of ride the new subway, the 2nd Avenue line.
They get to be a part of it, definitely. Yeah. Now, Jean Shin is an American artist living in Brooklyn. She's known for creating elaborate sculptures and site-specific installations using accumulated cast-off materials. She was born in Seoul, South Korea, and raised in the United States. Shin works in Brooklyn and Hudson Valley, here just north of the city in New York. And she's actually a tenured adjunct professor at Pratt Institute and holds an honorary doctorate from New York Academy of Art.
Oh, I love this guy.
Just leaning on the wall, reading his newspaper. Her work has been exhibited at renowned museums across the country, including MoMA, the Smithsonian American Art Museum, and the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. So should we head inside the station and see a little bit more?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. So now we're down on the platform level. So we started at street level, we came down to the mezzanine, now we're down on the platform level. We don't have any mosaics down here, but we still wanted to make sure we showed this area off. It's these series of panels of photographs of what the L and the surrounding area would have looked like, the elevated train. So you can see those silver streaks in the middle, that's where the elevated train railroad tracks would be. And then the buildings would be on either side, and the elevated train would run around the second floor of all those buildings. So again, the entryway to the subway upstairs is where you're going to have the bulk of the mosaic, or you're going to have all of the mosaics. This station is where you get these panels here of what it looked like.
Isn't that cool?
Love this one.
Yeah.
It has a great impact.
And the reason behind it, knowing that the Second Avenue line has been trying to get here for nearly 100 years, and now that it's finally here, all of these people back in the day get a chance to ride the Second Avenue train line, which is nice.
Which I neglected to say, the new Second Avenue line is 4 stations, but they just have announced phase 2. It's going to continue up to Harlem, so that's the next plan.
That's exciting.
So from Aaron and Patrick and Carl, we just named him that. Thank you for joining us today on Subway Sundays. We'll see you next week for another station.
Give Carl a high five.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.